Day 8, the fallout.
Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Hey, Kaz. Power.
You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
What?
Right, let's load up the adverts. You might
Okay.
want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play Is This Toy Safe? Alan James? Jus de cochon. That is a pig juice of the pig. Or Crazy Neil's Festive Yuletide Ornament Spectacular. Or pig juice.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2
I couldn't pick
buttons
it.
at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to
I didn't catch that at all.
Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures...
What? What do I do? I didn't catch that at all.
you choose to show these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're off.
sister's kid.
Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
One of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
It's time to go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's National
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guests whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their
Oh, I see. We
manifesto
choose
promises.
one of the 2.
Out with the old.
Okay.
Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation.
Thank you, Steph.
Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named
They liked it.
Lovelocks. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Ward and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborgen-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered
Dante's taint?
but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing...
I'm fine with these 2. We can get it. They can give them a good picture.
This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful...
I don't see any reason to denigrate these 2.
In a joint statement about
They're just checking out Dante's taint.
the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner.
People like that way more than the other one. Yeah. It's got to be the puke pig.
Promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, a mega move with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand.
Okay, so we're switching to
They'll be
this.
talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
What did I do? Did I too late? What is happening?
I'll try not to, if I'm honest.
The signal, I noticed the signal was off. I've been fired. Ah! Shit! This is, I don't know if I can play this anymore. This is too much like real life. It was this thing was off. But they just are so, it's just alarms ever. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? I was like, am I supposed to play a commercial?
Don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives.
Skin cream with a
So
porky
like
little
the
twist.
adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're
my
off.
sister's
Alan James is coming soon to a medium-sized hall near you.
Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Get one of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
It's time to go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's National
Good
Nightly
evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
I'm playing the
Our
toy
main
one.
headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old.
That's me,
Remington
Gabriel
Seats
Knight.
have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following
Wait, her name is
photos
Severe
taken from
Remington?
gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment
Oh,
is a risk
Sophia.
for the giant mega
Sophia,
corporation.
not Severe.
Sophia, as our regular viewers will be
I keep
aware,
hearing
has always
Severe
been a
Remington.
wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash.
I don't know about this haircut. Is that the Boris?
Horgansford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology,
It's very
the pair
Boris,
have
yeah.
successfully reached the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course,
All right,
one of the
Blecko,
latest
relax, buddy.
successful
Just calm down. I thought you were
preparing.
feeling well.
About the dangers their team might face.
You're screaming and yelling and
We will
stuff.
face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have. Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs.
Oh, violence.
The footballer was caught while
Okay.
out celebrating being named
Violence.
Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program.
I'm obviously gonna pick. I'm
And
picking the
judging from
same
the angle and
photos.
velocity of that spray, it looks
Now I
like
know to
Johnny
look out for
Hamsleeves
this.
is celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner.
I got a little bit.
And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position.
I got
How afraid should we actually
too
be?
confident. What are these?
I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, a mega move with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, so it warns you. That's the warning sound.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office.
Pretty professional.
And what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
I censored for a
Still
second.
vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs.
It takes all of my focus.
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
It takes all of my effort just to manage this, guys. Everything.
World powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
I was a little early on that one.
Branded, and it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of bleep juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their
I
power
like bleep
after
juice.
spending half of our
That sounds good. I'll have some bleep juice.
dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future...
30 seconds left.
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up
I think this is the
on the National Night.
I think this is the toy one.
1 minute back.
Absolutely fucking fine, I tell you. How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
And his incredible real
I don't know what she meant by that.
Blacko, both of them are being ridiculous.
It's no No wonder.
I don't think he should take the. I'm not sure if he should take the political messages in this game too seriously. I got a B.
That's right, little one. You don't want to be left out.
I'm just saying we'll do what I can.
Oh shit, Eva, she's good. You know she is.
I've said I've got a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Little drinkies go to the big bag.
B for very good.
5, 4.
Yeah, we need to unmod Blecko. He's a little bit out of control here
Welcome back.
with his
In our
political
second
talk.
segment, We're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country.
I'm just joking.
France have already tasked what we're calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives.
Oh God!
First up,
How am I supposed to mod it?
a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line.
How am I supposed to mod and unmod Blecko and play the game? That's too much.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy.
What's that sound?
There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide.
You guys could actually like follow this. I'm just like trying to keep this shit
Have
going.
you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Jones.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public.
It's
Sorry to
anarchy.
interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. I'm Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife.
Wait, looking in on your neighbors and not being what?
Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Peeping?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as
We should. Can I hire someone to do this part?
probably shouldn't have banned
This
hanging.
part sucks.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, you bloody gypsy skate. Delia, Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
I'm sorry, darling. I was staying the mattress.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You got back in your living space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change?
I like how the newscaster is just handling this. He's just like acting like nothing's wrong.
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty boy.
Clive, I am not having this again. Clive, I am not having this again.
Naughty, you beast.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there.
I like this guy's reaction. It's great. He's just deadpan. Just deadpan.
Tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swap. He's agreed to talk to us today.
I feel like
which is
the
also, I believe,
feed's getting quieter.
many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that.
Everybody else does.
Can you tell us what it's like in prison,
I don't
Tony?
think.
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization.
I missed Wank. I missed the first Wank.
And obviously,
story of my life.
quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank, Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that.
Is this
party
the way the news is in
First, let me ask you this.
in Britain?
Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Wait, is that me or is that
asking that as an oversimplification?
Not far off?
It's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know?
It's exactly the same.
Unjust. It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
It's hard. This is really hard. There's so many sounds and shit.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to
37 seconds till.
Wait, las bolitas!
No, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought, though. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to clear... After the break...
What? That's what people want to watch. They don't want to watch the fucking news broadcaster.
Piss off.
I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
What's happening? I have to, it's like a rhythm game?
Open on Megan, camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome to Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries.
Did she say welcome back, or did she say welcome black? Was that
of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their
she said welcome black, right? That's what it said.
Secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
Welcome Splack.
Two sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So,
Yeah, they're just taking the piss.
In the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
They're taking a piss, as I like to
But
say.
she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms.
What is happening? I'm getting overwhelmed, guys. This is overwhelming.
Handle these problem schools and the poor kids see us. They say, hey,
There's too many people talking, and then there's like
those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful,
there's like repeats.
powerful thing.
There's an echo because there's two
They touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like
broadcast. There's two sound things.
For me. My wife, Angela and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
Who are these people?
People about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like
TikToker, okay.
maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and
Okay,
get
college
ready.
students. Hard for me to keep track of the story.
That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey received it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote.
Math's really important. Okay,
Very
okay.
political.
Is math important, though?
Competition, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly, but
I'm having a mental breakdown, too.
Clement's DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Okay, I have to do a music thing now?
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist.
Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year.
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Just keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right. Maths is for losers. Now.
Oh, I didn't
give me your
censor.
lunch money. Now.
Double lunch for me today, but why I'm only truly happy when I'm eating.
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
I think I'm changing too often, right?
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
What am I supposed to do?
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Am I supposed to change to the... Oh, I'm supposed to change to the beat?
Life can be cheeky if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Oh, that was off beat.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the kids were great.
This is
Dad
so
used to come
bad.
home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner, woman?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
I got up to 8 times. Look at the ratings.
Well,
We're big
that's all we
time,
have for
baby.
tonight on the National Night
Oh
News.
shit.
Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Dalton. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
What
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
the fuck was that?
What am I supposed to do? What do I do? How do I stop? How do I stop it? Ads!
Someone please get these twats out of the studio.
I thought it was the end of the broadcast, though. What the fuck, man? I was gonna get an A.
You know what it's like? You've run out of things to dress up, and you want your house to look like a Christmas bomb has hit it. Then we've got the ornament.
Oh no.
Or phases, or another cactus.
I received my full wages. Broke ass poor. Ah. Crippling debt. Okay. Is Bleco properly unmodded? Okay, excellent. That's the most important part. Guys, I had to manage the stream, the broadcast, and modding and unmodding Bleco during that, okay? I think that was pretty impressive.